Um, the way I view relationships now, it's like I'm thinking about it from a standpoint of like I'm not trying to be like they had a mindset of hit and run, like a hit and then leave and go. And nah, when I think of a relationship now, I'm trying to find out what's in the woman's head. That's me. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to find out what's in your head. You can be very pretty or whatever, but to me, I'm more attracted to the mindset, your wise thinking. If she got a nice, wonderful thinking or something like that, knowing how to make good decisions, knowing how to actually deal with life. You know what I'm saying? Knowing how to deal with life. And so in my 30s, I looked at it as like you want to lay with them and sleep with them and stuff like that. But as you get older, your mindset don't think like that. You see what I'm saying? It's like you can see a woman. It's like you're still attracted to them. But you have a whole different definition of what a nice looking woman is. You know, as you get older, you have a different definition of what it looks like. When you're young, of course, especially when you're 30 years old, between 20 and teens, and especially teens, in your early teens and in your early late teens and your early 20s and your mid 20s and your late 20s going into your 30s, you still the same. You feel it's like you want to hit it, you want to get it and run. Y'all know what I mean by that. You want to do it, you want to get it done, do your business, and just go to the next. You want to head on to the next. You see what I'm saying? But I never was, even though I didn't have that mindset, but I still was thinking kind of a little bit young about it. Like I was thinking like, I want to be in a relationship. I want to be in a relationship. I want to be with a woman. You know what I'm saying? Since I got into social media and stuff like that, I still do, you know what I mean? Do I still design? But I see it as I'm older, I'm in my 40s. It's like I see it a little dating a bit different. I'm not saying that I wouldn't want to be with one, but it's like your mindset as you get older, it changes the way you think of it. You see what I'm saying? You don't look at it as you used to. Of course, I don't want no woman, don't get me wrong. I still wouldn't want now that's gonna try to take advantage of me or just want to be with me because of the convenience that I have, or because I have this or that. Of course you want somebody, or you want to get with somebody that has something going for themselves and stuff like that. But at the same time, I don't want to be with a female, you know what I'm saying, if the person just gonna just rock with me based upon because I got a whip, or because don't get it twisted. You want somebody that has something going for themselves, but you want somebody that's gonna want you for you. You see what I'm saying? Or be with you for you. Now, I never really talked really heavy or a lot on these things. If y'all look at a lot of my videos, I normally don't actually too much speak deeply on it, because the reason why I'm doing it too like that is because, and I have to look, I'm gonna put it like this in. I have to look deep within myself, within my thoughts. You see what I'm saying? You got to do some searching and all of that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because when it comes to something like that, you can't play with that. That is something very sacred. When you get involved with someone, you know what I'm saying? It's just something that you just got to be careful about. You got to know what you're doing. You got to know what you're asking for, everything. And I'm not even in a serious relationship, and I do understand that you have to be mindful of what you ask for. You know what I'm saying? So The way I look at relationships now, I'm not looking at it as if I want to just, oh, I want a one night stand with this person. I'm trying to see where this person's mind at. That's what I'm trying to do. Just like I would want her is to see where my mind is at. You see what I'm saying? Because that's the most important thing is to see where your mind is. You see what I'm saying? So when I see a girl now, I don't see it as a when they say, okay, I understand that we all have some kind of attitude with us sometime. I do a lot. I have some attitude too, and I'm not gonna sit there and make an excuse. The reason why I'm just gonna accept it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I go back and I think about the way that I was, and I want to. I mean, I don't know. It's just that you have to. You know what I'm saying? You got to be prepared for that. You know, stuff like that. And for some people, it's not for them right away. And they say some people it's not for them at all. But you know what I'm saying? But you gotta make sure you know what you're doing. Yeah, you gotta make sure you know what you're doing. Stuff like that. When I see a girl, or when I'm around them, or when I just randomly just see a woman, a girl, a pretty girl, I'm more than like, I'm like, yeah, she is pretty, but in my mind, like, okay, what about, the most important thing, what's up here in your head? Do you have a good head on your shoulder? You know, stuff like that. When you're living with each other you know what I'm saying? Hold it down. You know, that's the most important thing is holding it down, you know. When it, just holding things down when it comes to making wise decisions and stuff. So that's what's important. You know what I mean? To me, you know. But if it's not going nowhere important, then I don't see it as something important. If it's not going, because you want it to where you can both benefit from it in a good, positive way. You see what I'm saying? And if both of you can't bring nothing positive to the table and bring some good energy to each other and keep that energy going, that's the key word. Because of course you're gonna have your days, you're gonna have your moments, she's gonna have her moments, I'm gonna have my moments and things of that nature. But the most important thing is holding it down. That's it. Holding it down. To me, that's what's important. And if we can come to that agreement in that term and just talk about it or whatever, then we'll be good. You see what I'm saying? Because whatever it took for me is to get that person, whatever it took for us to start conversating, that's what it's going to take to keep it. If you talked about what your problem was when you first met and the problem that you tried, your struggles in life and where you got, then you're going to have to talk about that all the time to remind yourself of what the contracts or the things that you said would help you be able to just keep reminding the person of how good things was when we started talking or how I started off. You know, if the person started off saying, you know, I thought you was crazy until such and such, such and such, such and such. I thought you was, then when you said that you couldn't read or write and stuff like that, I'm like, well, and you start looking down on yourself, which I had that problem before. We both laugh about it. And then no matter what you go through, you think about the things that you said when you got involved or before you got involved and how you, like people say, I would like to get to know you. If you 5 years into the relationship, 3 months into the relationship, you got to constantly repeat what you said in the beginning. Like, it's like you got to say, I remember we met and we said, well, I'd like to get to know you. You remember when you said you would like to get to know me and da-da-da. We can't be rushing things, taking things slow. a lot of times you got to keep repeating that all throughout your relationship, because that's what it's like. What you're doing, you're keeping fuel on the fire, and as long as you keep that fuel, that what you call that stuff, that lighter fluid on there, that fire gonna stay. It's gonna stay burning. Have y'all ever tried that? You burning charcoals and all that kind of stuff, and when you burning them, and then when the fire goes down, you take and you just like you put some more of that charcoal fluid on there, and it just blazes the fire back up. So that's what you have to do in order to keep the fire going. The way you started that fire is what you have to keep doing to keep that fire going. So that's how I'm looking at a relationship. You see what I'm saying? So right now, I done did 10 minutes. I wasn't expecting to do this long. So I'm gonna come back and we'll talk a little bit later, man. All right, I'm out. Whatever it took for you to get that woman or that guy or that girl, that's what it's gonna take to keep. That's the title of the video.